Hi, you're on RESCU TV. As part of the Australian Inspirational Women series, I'm super excited to bring you Jess Hart, who's just jetted in from New York. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
I'd love you to share with us the story of, from dolly cover girl to business entrepreneur, and maybe some of the things that you've learned about yourself during this time.
Well, it's been a long trip since then. But yeah, dolly, I was young. I was kind of thrown into the industry. I was younger than I even knew, what I wanted to do with myself at that point. But I fell into modeling very well, and I was really appreciative of having that opportunity to kind of travel the world, live overseas, and but it kind of it's just you're told exactly what to do, where to go, how to be, how to smile, how to feel, kind of thing, and everything's done for you. So I think from a young age, I always knew that I wanted to be doing something that I had a little bit more of a hand in, and this industry doesn't last forever for us. We start young, but we finish early, and I fell in love with makeup and skincare and learnt so much along the way, and really felt like I saw a kind of gap in the market for natural looking makeup and kind of the little tricks of the trade that we use on sets to make us look naturally kind of amazing. There's a lot of work that goes into it, and I just thought I wanted to create a line of cosmetics that use those kind of tricks, like little bits of highlighter on the...
Because usually a model fronts a campaign, and then you chose to do something super difficult.
Yeah.
And you were still very young when you launched it.
Yeah.
So how was that decision for you? Because I guess your beauty has always been celebrated as being a very unique beauty. At the time that you became dolly cover girl, the gap in your teeth was like so gorgeous and unique. You were quintessentially Australian, and yet overseas you did so well. Did you have times where you thought, it'll just be easier for me to be a model, a spokesperson for an international line, rather than take that risk and investment of backing yourself into something?
I think the decision came from really wanting to be part of something on a different level. It is a lot easier just to be the face of it, that's for sure, but I wasn't looking for easy. I think that I needed some more to do. Like, I grew up in this industry, and it gets to a point where you want to be making the decisions, and you see so much, so you can see where things could be done better, or things could be done differently. So I went into it knowing it was going to be difficult, not knowing if it was ever going to be received at all, but I wanted to do something that I created. Like, it's a very creative outlet for me as well.
And in terms of like business advice, or that decision point, do you work with mentors? Did you have someone who inspired you, or a colleague, a trailblazer ahead of you that you thought, what, I really love how she's parlayed her modelling business and her face and her image into a business that's going to put me in charge of all the decisions?
Yeah, I had a good friend of mine, George, that's now my business partner, kind of approached me and was like, you should be doing something, and I'd already been thinking about it, and I knew makeup and skincare was really like my passion of what I wanted to do after.
Even though you're not like a real makeup girl.
But that's exactly what it is. It's like I'm very, I don't look like I'm wearing a lot of makeup, but I kind of am, so I think that was what I wanted to bring out in this line, is like how to wear makeup without really looking like you're wearing makeup. I don't think that there was much in the market back then for that kind of really bare naked look.
Did you have to educate yourself on a business level? What did you do? What steps did you take?
We had to, George and I both together, kind of not having done any of it before, just did whatever we had to. I knew what I wanted to get, but I didn't. It's really hard, especially living overseas, explaining to people what I want to create, what I want people, how I want things to feel. The samples that went back and forth from Australia to the States was just out of control. So it just took a lot of winging it, and we made a lot of mistakes along the way. There are things that we will definitely know now not to do.
In terms of modelling, we were talking before, you were saying, you burst onto the scene, you were very successful, you had so many opportunities to do things. And I guess in business, the same thing happens. A lot of people come forward with lots of great ideas. How do you, as someone who was inexperienced in the business of business, but experienced in the business of modelling, how did you take some of those lessons of saying no into the world of creating your own cosmetic line?
Well, I think that it is, about saying no, it's about what you say no to as much as what you say yes to. I was always really strict with my image. I'm really, you should know, like, if I'm doing something, I'm doing it because I believe in it. I don't believe in kind of doing something because someone paid me a lot of money or anything like that. I try to do things that are authentic for me. So you know, if I'm doing something, it's something that I believe in. And so that was really how, when we started Luma, why it was so hard to kind of, everyone was like, we can put anything out, it's going to sell, you know, like just package it up. And I was like, no, 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 no. I need to have my hand in every part of it. I want it to be something I really truly believe in. And I think having said, you know, no to all the things that were kind of presented to me that weren't really what I was feeling, I think the difference was everyone would kind of come with ideas for me and I never really got there, and whereas George got to me and was like, what do you want to do? And we started that way. But yeah, I think sometimes at the beginning people are like, why are you saying no? Even down to like jobs, little modelling jobs, because it just didn't feel like it fitted with me.
So will you be doing any kind of business planning or goal setting, or do you do vision boards? What do you do to kind of plan?
I just have an idea. I mean, with this, that's great because I like to know what we're going to bring out into the market. We have like everything past next year of products that we're bringing out a plan. But in terms of personal things, I've never really been a goal setter, mainly because I don't like letting myself down and having that kind of feeling of didn't achieve that. So I don't know, I'm a little bit more go with the flow, what is meant to happen will happen, and trusting kind of the spiritual world to guide me through.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.